Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Radiant, guys, Radiance, it is going down. My days. I haven't been this excited or happy for an ending in a while, seeing how I expected a little bit worse of an ending, right? I expected just a tidbit of a worse ending for this guy who has lost practically everything and just wanted to, have his family and kids and whatnot. But thanks to humans and thanks to really not even just humans, as Seth puts it, but people who are s- in, in, particularly attacking Fantasia because no human could have actually killed Jill, which is a really powerful thing to say for Seth and just for how things all like overall turned out in this situation. Because man, I I was 100% on the side of our boy snapping out and taking all these people out, but at the same time, Seth is right. And Seth was on the wrong side for a little bit there, right? Like, that man was cheering on the destruction harder than anybody else was cheering on the destruction, right? But by pulling himself together, he then becomes the most valuable, member on the squad yet again and brings this guy back to his senses. Not only does it bring him back, he kind of just taps into the power. Seth taps into the power that is what Jill, pretty much helped him understand, pretty much put him in a position to be able to tap into in the first place. And because of it, Seth uses that to actually protect everybody inside the castle itself, and really to just prove that this magic or, this Fantasia, this thing that he has done could only be because of one person, because of one way, and that was Jill still having somewhat shape or form of her essence being there, because all the Fantasia in this, location supposedly is gone, but she's stored up just enough for the babies to pretty much live inside of like a Fantasia bubble, I guess you can say. Um, but yeah, I really do think everything in this show is becoming so good, and not just the characters, not just the plot, but how everything can hold like such an importance, and once that importance is kind of tampered with or taken away, you really get an understanding of how much it means or was meant to somebody, that's what this show does a really good job of, is just continuously telling you like, hey, there's real living, like feeling people in this show, and because of that, it makes a lot of the choices you make, come out with the worst outcomes than most would expect, right? Like most don't didn't expect, or like I'm thinking the Inquisitors didn't expect there was just some giant hulking monster in this forest, that if the forest was taken out, if the Fantasia was sucked away, he would freak out and be able to take out every single ship and army member you got. But they didn't know that, so they were just going through with their plans. It seemed like the right thing to do. Come to find out, not so much, right? Not so much. So yeah, overall, I'm thinking the show has, it has a couple of episodes, so I'm really interested to see how they end everything. But can we go back to my review all the way back when our main girl, who has been helping Seth and training with him and all this, when she took over the minds of a bunch of people and pretty much was trying to get everybody to help and save the villagers or just protect the actual stuff from what was going on, I called it that there would probably be a new queen, right? Like a new queen that is suitable and fitting for the title. The thing about that is I don't see her accepting it, right? Like if the queen died, I think it would have been an easier thing to accept. But with this queen who actually did more work than almost anybody in the whole entire show, right? If it wasn't for the true queen that was here, no one would have destroyed these machines that were sucking up Fantasia. She destroyed every one of those machines, right? So for her to want to stand down and for her to want to give her spot up, I don't think our main girl's going to go for it. I think she's going to take a seat right next to her, like be her right hand person, but to become the actual queen of something that, there was a whole bunch of things you just could not do. I can understand her if she takes it because of the giant queen's going to be by her side, or the queen who had her body bewitched, as she says this week, so she might not even truly be a giant. She's just been bewitched, which would make a lot of sense. But yeah, or that's like her curse. Her curse was to become giant, you know? Um, I'm just looking forward to whatever this show drops. I hope you guys are as well. Hope you're having an amazing day, night, evening. Do bear in there with me for the rest of these shows that have dropped. I do got some stuff that I might have to take care of today. If not, I will get that other videos out to you as soon as possible. So, all that being said, take care, everybody. I will talk to you as soon as I possibly can, and peace.